There is a new health warning this morning about synthetic hair used in popular protective styles like braids and extensions.
For many Black women, braiding with synthetic hair extensions isn't just about style. It's a go-to for protecting and growing their hair. But a new study from Consumer Reports is raising serious concerns. They found 10 products contained ingredients that can cause cancer, and most of these also contained lead.
NBC News Daily anchor Zinhle Essamuah is here with more. Zinhle, good morning. So this is a pretty alarming report. Walk us through what researchers found and why it's such a big concern.
Hey, good morning, Joe and Savannah. So alarming really is the right word. As you mentioned, they looked at 10 different products from multiple companies, and the findings were that 100% of these products contained carcinogens. Of course, carcinogens have the potential to cause cancer. 9 out of 10 contained lead, and all of them, 100%, contained VOCs, or volatile organic compounds. All of those, of course, known to potentially cause and have harmful health effects. If we put that in context, just look at the state of California. That means that 9 out of 10 of these products exceeded California's maximum recommendations for allowed lead by 600%. Notably, synthetic hair is not regulated by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, and that is what this report now has many calling for. We reached out to the Environmental Working Group. They're a health, research, and advocacy organization. They said in part that while most of these products are below the FDA standard for lead contamination, when possible, of course, exposure to lead should be avoided. They went on to say that there really is no safe level of exposure to these chemicals, to these compounds. And this matters because, as you said, braids are often considered a protective hairstyle. We say protective because they can be worn for weeks at a time. They're often used to prevent breakage, to avoid heat styling and excessive manipulation. And so this really has many in the community asking, if these are protective, then why are these harmful chemicals in so many products, guys?
Absolutely. It really is crazy because there's also concern about hair dye potentially being cancer-causing. NBC News just did a big investigation on that. It's very wild when you think about it that none of it's regulated by anybody, not the FDA. What are women who use these products telling you? Yeah,
it's not just hair dye, right? We've talked about hair relaxers as well. Many of these products predominantly used by women of color, Black women. One of them is Crystal Thomas. She said that she decided to get braids for the first time in a decade, and then her symptoms started.
As I kept smelling this, my throat tightened up. It felt very dry, and I noticed my hair was itching, and it was just difficult to breathe overall. After a week of continuous washing, I said, seeing that the smell didn't go away, I said, you know what, I'm getting rid of these. As consumers, we implicitly want to believe that the products we purchase are safe. That's not always the case.
Now, notably, Crystal Thomas says she has only used synthetic hair for braiding. She's never tried human hair, and her concern is that this is not an anomaly. And so she's hoping that more products will be tested. Of course, Consumer Reports looked at 10 products, but there are a whole lot more on the market. We reached out to all of the companies that were named by Consumer Reports. We did not immediately hear back, but in a statement prior, Kaneka, which is the brand that Crystal Thomas used, told Consumer Reports in part that they manufacture the Kanekalon fibers that are used in hair products, but not the final products. They also said they need more information to analyze that complaint. And just generally, I think everybody is hoping to get a little more information about just what goes into these hair products.
And Consumer Reports is asking the FDA to investigate very quickly what happens next.
Yeah, so Consumer Reports actually has launched a petition urging the FDA for stricter regulations on synthetic hair fibers. Right now, as I mentioned, those do not exist. Of course, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy just instated last month, so it remains to be seen what his stance will be around some of these issues, but a lot are pushing and hoping for change, guys.
All right, Zinhle, thank you so much.
Good to have you with us.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.